And you talk a lot about belief. How important is belief, do you think, just like in life and in business?
I mean, it's everything. It's everything because, you know, and I've said this before where I feel like you only quit when you lose belief. Because when you don't, you just keep like adjusting and moving around. And what can you do? And even in business, it is so essential because you're going to start with a plan, but that's not going to be the plan you end up doing. It just doesn't work out that way. Now there's going to be tons of little things that you adjust along the way, but it has to still believe in the first milestone you're trying to hit, right? And really, you know, business, you know, people, I know you've seen the, you know, success is like this. You know, people think it's this, but it's really like this, but really it's 10 of those things, and it's the chaos in between each one, right? Like, because the milestones are real and the end goal is, right? It's just how you get to those milestones is what changes. And to me, you don't want to get into, when you build a business with someone, and especially if you have built a business, you know that there is so many layers deep you could never plan for, you could never even like talk through or ever think about. You have to deal with them as they happen. And it's only people, I really, you know, I have 6 sort of core values of the do or die, and I used to think relentlessly consistent was the most important. You build trust in everyone around you when you're super consistent. You're executing at a high level. But I'm really leaning into like perpetually optimizing, where you're always getting better, and seeing how things can be better is really one of the most important attributes to finding success in a business, because everything is changing constantly, and you have to constantly, even when it's working, be looking at how could it be working better, or else you're going to get left behind, right? And so to me, all of that against a great idea, great unit economics, high growth industry and opportunity, and all this different stuff does not work if there's not a single individual that's filling in all the holes as the entire process is happening. And ultimately, that requires somebody that believes in the vision and believes in themselves to execute it, irregardless of how heavy it may get at times, right? Because we have been referring to it as the valley of death.